Do you know why the crocodile's back is so rough, so covered in bumps and scales? It's not always been this way, you know. Once the crocodile was smooth and sleek, just like any other creature of the river. But what happened to him? What could have turned this mighty creature into one with such a rough, jagged hide? Let me take you back long ago when the crocodile was just another animal, beautiful but restless, proud of his long, shiny body. He was the king of the river, swimming gracefully through the waters, commanding respect from all the creatures. His skin glistened under the sun, so smooth that it sparkled like the calm surface of the river at dawn. But with great beauty came great pride. The crocodile, though majestic in his form, was proud, and this pride soon turned into arrogance. He would boast to the other animals, flaunting his beauty, telling them he was the greatest of them all. "No one can swim as I do," the crocodile would roar. "Look at me. I am the most powerful creature in the river." The other animals, though respectful, grew tired of his endless bragging. They would swim away when he approached, not wanting to hear his endless tales of superiority. But no one dared to challenge the crocodile. After all, he was the ruler of the waters. One day, the wise tortoise, old, slow, but clever beyond measure, decided it was time to teach the crocodile a lesson. He had heard enough of the crocodile's boasting. With a steady, patient mind, the tortoise came up with a plan. He went to the crocodile and asked, "Mighty crocodile, they say you are the fastest swimmer, the most graceful of all the river creatures. I wonder, do you think you could prove that to me?" The crocodile, pleased with the compliment, swelled with pride. "Of course I can," he said. "I am faster than the fish, smoother than the river's current. I will race you, old tortoise. You'll see who the true king of the river is." The tortoise, who was slow but shrewd, had already anticipated the crocodile's response. He smiled and said, "Then let's race. But we will race to the big rock on the other side of the river, the one with the waterfall. You will see, it's the fastest swimmer who gets there first." The crocodile, too proud to back down from the challenge, agreed without hesitation. The other animals, curious about this strange competition, gathered by the riverbank to watch. The race began, and the crocodile, as expected, surged ahead, his smooth body cutting through the water with the swiftness of a dart. The tortoise, however, moved at his usual pace, slow, steady, and deliberate. As the crocodile raced toward the big rock, the tortoise stayed far behind. But what the crocodile didn't know was that the tortoise had planned a clever trick. When the crocodile was nearly halfway across the river, the tortoise secretly sent word to his friends, the water beetles, to help him. The beetles scurried to the far side of the river and began to make a path through the reeds and the mud, leading the tortoise along. The crocodile, too proud to even consider the possibility of being outsmarted, was focused entirely on the race. He sped faster, convinced of his inevitable victory. But when he reached the big rock, the tortoise was already there, waiting calmly at the finish line. Confused and furious, the crocodile turned to the tortoise. "How could you have won?" he demanded. "I was the fastest, the strongest, the best." "Swimmer?" The tortoise smiled, his eyes twinkling with wisdom. "You were fast, crocodile, but speed alone doesn't make a true winner. It takes more than beauty and strength. It takes brains, patience, and humility." The crocodile, his pride wounded, slithered away in shame, but the tortoise's words stayed with him. He realized that while he had been focused only on his outward beauty and strength, he had neglected what truly mattered. From that day on, the crocodile's smooth skin was no more. His body began to change, rough patches began to appear, bumps and scales that marked the lessons he had learned. He no longer had the flawless, sleek form he once boasted about. Instead, he wore the roughness of his pride and arrogance, a reminder of the day he had been humbled by the clever tortoise. And so, the crocodile's rough back became a symbol of both his strength and his pride, an ever-present reminder that true greatness comes not from beauty or arrogance, but from wisdom and humility. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more myth and origin stories from all over the world.